Welcome to Nutrition by Jules. I'm Jules, and we're doing a Mini Moves Monday. Quick 10-minute, low impact, low intensity, great for pregnancy and postpartum, or just a warm up if you're wanting to get into some strength training, or it can be your full routine for the day if you would like it to. So if you'd like a list of these exercises, please look in the description. Also have a list of equipment you're going to need for today and links to those if you don't have them. We are going to be using a light kettlebell or dumbbell, a hip circle band, and a long resistance band. All right, starting on a mat or a soft surface. We're going to do 6 to 8 cat-cows. So shoulders under wrists and knees under hips. Make sure we have a nice solid core to start, and then I want you to slowly vertebrae by vertebrae around your back, tuck your chin. Look towards your belly button, and then slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, arch the back, look forward. And again, exhale, round, tuck the chin. Inhale, nice and slow, bring it into an arch. Give me 6 to 8 of these. Remember, we're doing nice and slow, 1 segment of the spine at a time, trying to get that round through the lower, the mid, and the upper back. If we are doing those on the breath, I like to exhale as I round and inhale as I arch. Excellent. 1 more. All right, now we're going to do a little bit more spinal mobility today, laying on our sides. Stack your hips, stack your knees, stack your shoulders, palms together, arms out, head down. Inhale, rotate that shoulder open as far as you can. Try to keep the hips in place. Oh, stare at the beautiful trees. And exhale, bring it back down. Nice and slow and controlled. We're going to do 6 of these on each side. Open it up. Yes. Feel that thoracic twist. Whoa. Trying my best to go as far as I can bring the shoulder without bringing this knee off the ground and twisting my hips open. This is all for the spine. All right, let's go other side. Get all comfy and cozy. Check in with my stacking. Knees, hips, shoulders, and open it up. You can do this one on the breath as well. Inhale as you open. Exhale, bring it back. Oh, that sunshine feels so good. Yes, and 1 more. All right. Spinal mobility out of the way. We're going to do some monster walks laterally with our hip circle. So these little guys, and you might get varying degrees of tightness on them. It's going to go red, but if your knee not on your knee joint, you're going to throw your hips back to do a little hip hinge. Push out against that band so you feel the tension, your glutes turn on. And we're just going to have our hands straight out or to our hips and step side to side. Our toes are still forward, maybe slightly out, but we're not doing a duck walk here. I'm going to get 10 to 12 steps both directions. I did about 5, so I'll go down and back twice. Yes, so the whole time I'm keeping my shoulders back, nice straight back, pushing out against that band. Oh, getting those glutes fired up. Awesome. Monster walk. So we're just doing 1 round of that mobility in that monster walk, but now we have a few exercises to do. Don't mind me getting out of my band. It's a little circuit. So, tall little hover. Knees on something cozy. We're going to do that same hip hinge motion that we were just doing. Drop our hips back towards our heels. You can have your toes under, your toes flat, depending on what's comfortable on your ankles. And squeeze the glutes, stand up. I don't want you pushing through here. I just want you to come to a vertical plank. Nice solid core, glute squeeze. So drop and extend. Drop and extend. Beautiful. Hands can be on your hips. If you have a pregnant belly, this is going to be a little bit of a weighted exercise for you. Otherwise, if not, you also can advance this by holding a weight either at your chest or at your hip crease. And we're doing 10 to 12 of these. I was not counting, but I'm going to do a few more. How about one more for good measure? Squeeze at the top. Beautiful. So that was a tall kneel hover. Now we're going to do some overhead marches. So go ahead and grab whatever weight you have, whether it be a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We want to get it safely up over a head locked out. You can do that by using your other hand, especially if you have a belly, to go up and around it, or you can pick it straight up from the ground with one hand. But we're getting it in this front rack position, so our elbows down, our wrists are stacked over our elbows, and our wrist is straight. So if you have a dumbbell, it'll be very similar setup in the front. And then we're going to either bend our knees or just straight press that weight up, making sure we have it locked out right by our ear. We're going to march in place here for 20 per side, trying really hard not to sway back and forth, but trying to keep your hips steady as you march, knees as high as you can get them for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. So that would be 20 on that side for me. Bring it back down to the front rack. Nice and gently put it down. Bring it to the other side. Again, that's for getting out of the way of that pregnant belly. Straight up overhead. Lock it out and march, trying to keep my hips square. Punching up to the sky, keeping that shoulder active. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and gently bring it down to the front rack and back down. So that was our overhead march after our tall kneel hover. And now we're going to do a little upper body band tear parts. So take your straight band. If you don't have a circle, that's fine. You can use anything that's got some tension on it. If you don't have a band, you can also do this with weights, but better do it with a band. Hold it about shoulder width or a little bit more out and pull to your top ab. If it's too much tension, depending on what kind of band you have and you don't have another one, you can always just do a half of that band. Pull to the chest. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back. Keeping my arms straight, and I'm doing good posture. I'm not leaning when I do this. I'm keeping my ribs stacked over my hips. My glutes are activated. My lower abs are activated. Pulling to that upper rib. Give me 12 to 15 of those, please. How many did I do? 8, 9, 10, 12. Woo! Beautiful. All right, so we're going to do those 1, 2, 3, 4 again. One more round. And I got a little balance work at the end for you, and that is what we do today. All right, so hip circle. Above the knee. A little partial squat, throwing the hips back, almost like I'm doing a good morning. Arms can be out or to my sides. Push out against that band, and 10 to 12 steps. Toes are forward. Knees are trekking over toes. And I'm not duck walking with my feet. I'm keeping low with my hips. Yes. Glutes love that. Again, this might be your standalone routine for the day. Might be a warm up to some strength work. Might just be a break for you. Might just be that you haven't done anything for a long time and you need something new. So, tall kneel hover. I will show you the weighted version this second round. Weight up my chest. Squeeze the glutes as I come up. Drop my hips back towards my heels. And squeeze. Again, I'm not thrusting my hips too far forward. I'm stopping in a nice solid vertical plank where my ribs and hips can stay in a line this whole time. Good. All right, overhead march, grab your weight. Safely get that thing to the front rack if you're doing it as a single arm. It can come here, straight up overhead. Trying to keep the hips square, marching it out for 20. Punching towards the ceiling. I'm very bad at counting. That's probably pretty good. Other side. Straight up overhead, lock it out, and 20. Here it is from the side. Another good thing to remember is that rib cage, we're not letting it flare. We're still keeping that good posture as we're bringing our knees up. Ribs and our hips stay nice and stacked. All right, one more time with band tear parts. 12 to 15. Whew. Again, my shoulder blades are squeezing back towards each other. I'm keeping good posture. I'm not letting my ribs flare. I'm not bringing my hips forward. Excellent. And last thing for you here on the uneven ground, this is going to be real fun. It's always a good way to challenge yourself is get something a little squishy to stand on because we're going to be doing some balance. If you do yoga, you know what a warrior 3 is, right? We're going to start our warrior 3 with our knee up, our arms up, and we're going to slowly, like a pendulum, bring that leg back as our arms and our chest come forward. We're going to keep our hips square to the ground, so our toe in the back is faced towards the ground. We're not going to open up those hips. Arms can stay out front or to our side. Little bend in that front knee. We're not locking it out. And we're holding for a count of 5. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it back up, other side. Ground down with all your weight into the opposite arm, leg. Arms are up, knee is high, my foot is flexed. And again, pendulum swing, leg goes back, hips stay square, back foot, toe is down. Arms can stay out to your side, a little bit in that front leg. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. If you'd like to challenge yourself with those warrior 3s, doing a little more balance work, go ahead and do 1 or 2 more on the ground. Otherwise, you're all done. And thanks for being here with me for your Mini Move Monday. See you next time.